Let's have a little chat. To all those who call others or have been called mean, harsh, disrespectful, rude, know-it-all, too passionate, crazy, or the you think you're better than everyone else? Listen, pertaining that last one, if you have ever said that, just know this. Such an accusation actually exposes that you think that person is better than you and therefore reveal your insecurity. Now, of course, there are some know-it-alls that don't know shit. This is not what I will be addressing. What I will be addressing is specifically the people who cannot tolerate the truth, criticism, someone who knows more than they do, someone who is more skilled than they are, and or being questioned. Because many, especially in positions of authority, mistaken inquiry for a threat to their authority. Those who speak with honesty, precision, and conviction are often met with labels. These labels are not neutral descriptors. They function as social tools used to discredit voices that challenge comfort, hierarchy, or long-standing norms. Many of these reactions or accusations stem from an inability or unwillingness to tolerate certain qualities. People often struggle to sit with the truth or receive criticism without taking it personally when it challenges their beliefs, culture, or identity. They may resist acknowledging that someone else possesses more knowledge or skill in a particular area. Questioning authority, for example, or established systems is frequently mischaracterized as defiance or disrespect, when in reality, it is a natural function of critical thinking and a necessary mechanism for accountability and progress. Authority that cannot withstand inquiry is not authority at all. It is fragility in disguise. This dynamic disproportionately affects individuals with high cognitive awareness traits such as direct communication, advanced pattern recognition, analytical thinking, deep focus, big picture awareness, clarity, and a strong orientation toward accuracy are frequently misunderstood or pathologized. Rather than being recognized as assets, these traits are reframed as flaws. In reality, they are essential to innovation, ethical decision-making, and systemic improvement. These traits are also commonly found within neurodivergent communities, particularly among autistic individuals and advocates, where clarity, precision, and truth-seeking are not stylistic choices, but natural modes of engagement with the world. Historically, societies have taken the easier route when confronted with such individuals. Institutions have often favored compliance over competence, choosing to pathologize, silence, or punish those who disrupt comfort or challenge the status quo. Labeling becomes a tool of dismissal, allowing people to avoid discomfort or introspection. Creating a problem person is far less demanding than confronting one's own limitations, biases, wrongdoings, or emotional blind spots. When people raise inconvenient questions or identify structural weaknesses, attention is often redirected from the issue to the individual. Tone policing becomes a method of silencing, and labels replace dialogue. This avoidance manifests as reactivity, which is often mistaken for emotional intelligence, yet is more frequently a sign of its absence. Defensive responses, to include dismissal, deflection, blame shifting, victimization, selective offense, toxic positivity, and unchecked fragility shut down meaningful discourse. Tone policing replaces engagement, and delivery becomes the focus instead of content. These behaviors protect comfort and preserve dysfunctional systems rather than allowing them to evolve. When we stop punishing people for naming what others would rather avoid, we create space for systems that are not only more inclusive, but more just. Discomfort becomes understood as a necessary part of growth. Change and progress are never driven by silence, compliance, or politeness that prioritizes ease over truth. They are driven by those willing to question, challenge, and persist despite resistance. Advocacy, by the way, is not gentle by default, nor should it be required to soften itself to be heard. Check your fragility. True accountability and growth require the capacity to remain present when beliefs are questioned and to resist the urge to externalize discomfort by vilifying the messenger. Maturity is not measured by how quickly one reacts, but by how deeply one can reflect before responding when reactive patterns arise. They should be treated as signals demanding inner work. Instead of labeling honesty, directness, questioning, or passionate delivery as flaws, it is worth asking why these traits feel threatening to you. The perceived negativity may not reside in the traits themselves, but in an inability to recognize them as strengths. True emotional intelligence is not about maintaining constant comfort. It is about tolerating unease long enough to learn from it. Those who can do this grow. Those who cannot reach for labels.